Hello friends, welcome back to the new tutorial. Today we are going to learn about the JWT authentication. So what is JWT? JWT stands for the JSON Web Token. Think of it like a digital ID card. So what the digital ID card does, that digital ID card that server gives to the user after login. Like it's a token, okay? The user shows this ID card on every request to prove, yes, I am logged in and I'm the correct user. A JWT is compact, URL safe token used to securely transmit information between a client and a server. Okay, so basically, whenever you give the username and the password, it will return you the token. And in every request of the API, you have to pass this, and and then server will tell you that you are the right person and you are the logged in person on to that session, right? It is mostly used for authentication and authorization. Why do we use that? Verify user identity. Who are you? Right? Keep user logged in a stateless authentication. Secure API. Avoid server-side sessions. Work well with React, Angular mobile apps, and the REST APIs. How it works: user logs in with username and the password. Server verifies credentials. Server generates a JWT and sends it back. Client stores JWT in local storage or the cookie. Client sends JWT in every API request. Server verifies JWT and allow you the access. No need to store the session on the server side. Okay, JWT structure. It consists of the three parts with the dot. First part consists of your metadata about the token type and the hashing algorithm. Okay, type JWT and the hashing algorithm is this one. Okay, now we have a payload. Contains claims, user data and additional information. Okay, signature, the last one, used to verify the token hasn't been tampered with this. Okay, JWT example, API request. Okay, so this is how in every API request we have to pass authorization and the bearer than the token. Okay, what are the security risks with the JWT? Token theft, SSH attack. If stored in local storage, JWT are vulnerable to cross-site scripting. Attackers where malicious scripts can steal tokens. So what we have to do? Store JWT in HTTP only. Cookies, implement content security policy, sanitize all user inputs. No built-in revocation. JWT remain valid until expiration. So even if the user log out, account is compromised. So what we have to do? Users use short expiration time. Implement refresh tokens, maintain a token blacklist, or use token versioning. Okay. Weak secret keys. Weak or exposed secret keys allow attackers to forge valid tokens. So what we have to do? Use strong randomly generated secrets, rotate keys regularly, use asymmetric algorithms for sensitive applications. Algorithm confusion attacks. Attackers may change the algorithm from RSS 256 to something, use public key as a secret. Always validate the algorithm explicitly, never accept none algorithm, use allow list for the algorithm. Next, information disclosure. JWT payload is only base 64 encoded, not encrypted. Anyone can decode and read it. Never store sensitive data like passwords and something in JWT payload. Use JWE JSON Web Encryption for the sensitive data. CSRF attack. If stored in cookies, JWTs are vulnerable to cross-site request forgery attacks. What to do? Use same-site cookie attribute, implement CSRF tokens, verify original headers. Right. So what are the best practices? So use HTTPS always, set short expiration time, implement refresh tokens, validate tokens on every request, use short strong secret keys 256 plus bits, store tokens in HTTP only cookies when possible. Don't store sensitive data in JWT payload. Don't use none algorithm. Don't store tokens in local storage in if access is a concern. Don't ignore token expiration. Don't use weak or default secrets. Don't trust user supplied algorithm headers. So this is all about the JWT. Hope you like the video. Any doubt, any query, do let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day.